next big fight is David Benavidez, Caleb Plant.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it was number 2 on both of our most anticipated fights lists, I believe.
Yep.
So just who you got, why you got him.
I got David Benavidez, the monster. And I got him winning by stoppage, right? Late rounds. I would, if I had to call around, I'll probably say in round 10. No, I'll say round 11. I think Benavidez stops Caleb Plant because of Caleb Plant defensive ability. You know, he's a really good fighter. He knows how to move around the ring. I would say his defensive abilities is much greater than Benavidez's defensive ability, but that's not going to win you a fight, right? You got to throw punches. And I think Benavidez throw punches in volume. He has tremendous cardio. So he's going to be walking Caleb Plant down all night, even though they'll be fighting in a much larger ring. I wouldn't say much larger, but a larger ring per the request of Caleb Plant's camp, Caleb Plant specifically. So, but I have Benavidez stopping him in late rounds, round 11. So
I see Caleb Plant winning the press conference. He's kind of winning me over. I like Breadman. So it's like, I'm like, oh, Caleb. But then I come back to my senses and I also lean David Benavidez. But I'm going to go David Benavidez by decision.
okay.
By decision. And I know most of his fights don't end by decision, but I think Caleb's going to do some things to really frustrate him. I think Caleb's going to hit him. I don't see Caleb hurting him, but I think David's going to respect his punching more than he expects to.
Okay.
But some things that Caleb does that I think can get him in trouble is the stab jab. Because David is another person who can have like a lazy high guard where there's really nothing there, just high guard for no reason. And I think it's going to open him up to the stab jab where Caleb's just going to punch jab low. But sometimes Caleb kind of like he pulls out in a straight line. So, you know, you stab jabbing like that. A longer fighter like David Benavidez, you kind of want to get out, you want to move. But Caleb Plant tends to go in and come back out on a straight line sometimes. And I think it's going to be right there for David Benavidez. And especially with the stab jab going low, you overextend. David likes to come with those combinations, those uppercuts. And I think he's going to score a lot of points off of those. Not early in the fight, but like midway towards the end of the fight. I think he's, like you said, his stamina is pretty good. But I think he's going to beat him on points. But I got David winning. David concerns me because just the way he walks around the ring, right? He stalks you like he's like a serial killer from a movie, but there's not like much like footwork there, you know what I'm saying? And Caleb, who moves, can it frustrate David? You know, does David have some other things on his mind, you know, just outside of just a regular boxing match, you know? So I think Caleb's going to frustrate him, and it's all about how David reacts to being in this type of fight for the first time. But I am going to lead David Benavidez by decision.
Yeah, those are really good points too, especially given, you know, the feud between them, the bad blood, you know, all stemming from, I think, that gym incident. Let me see if I can pull it up for the viewers. You know, that gym incident between those two, because they used to work out in the same gym together. This one, Benavidez, was actually a little stubbier, like, you know, and it's Jose Benavidez, the older brother, that was.
They thought Jose was going to be the guy.
I was being cool. I never once. Never once. Bro. That means never once. That's how it was bad. This motherfucker been being cool with me. Don't be saying that shit. I was dabbing you up. That was dabbing you up. What you saying? You think I'm scared of you? You coming over here to fuck with me? I'm scared of you. What's up? What you want to do? I'll do whatever you want to do. I'm no bitch. Look, I'm right here, dog. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What you trying to do? Hey, man, hold up. Hey, y'all coming over here. Hey, y'all coming over here. What are you talking about? I got it. No. Hey. Come over here. Lopez. No, listen to me. Lopez. If you come over here,
is that a young rail?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I believe so. Because you got Caleb Plant here, you got his trainer here, and then someone else from Caleb Plant's side. But you have, you know, Jose Benavidez, David Benavidez is back here somewhere, one of their fighters, and I believe this is their father too.
Is
Right, let me see. I can't even.
No, that doesn't look like that. He looks a lot.
That's their because their father is a bit smaller than that. He doesn't have that beard, so that's definitely their father.
But over here, this guy right right now to the left of the screen, that kind of looks like Rayo, right?
It does, but I'm not sure if it is him. It's so long ago.
I respect Caleb Plant.
So calm the fuck down. He's telling you to cool down, man. Chill the fuck out. Take your ass back over there and let's just go finish your workout. Or what? Finish your workout. Hey, take your ass back over there. Take your ass back over there. What's up? You know what fucking beat your ass? You gonna beat your ass? Listen, you got problems. You gotta chill. Listen, you gotta chill.
Wait, hold on. Why did they just jump on the trainer like that though?
Why they
remember this? But I didn't know that they just pounced on the trainer first before they went to get it.
Why they ain't come for Caleb?
Oh, they just pounced right on this trainer.
Like that. I'm getting cooked.
You can see Caleb over there.
Yeah, Caleb is over there. Look. They just turned all their attention and aggression towards the trainer. That's crazy. Nah, that's wild, man. You know what's crazy? I respect Caleb Plant because he was outnumbered and he still held his own. Right? Like he was like, "Yo, y'all better take your ass back over there.
And
y'all better chill out." He was lone lion. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Man, that's crazy though. That damn, Caleb. I mean, I don't got him winning, but if he wins this, it got to be for his trainer because his trainer they buried him. They buried him down there.
They did him dirty, but speaking of his trainer, like I said, he got a new trainer, and I don't see them doing this with Breadman. Breadman ain't going.
Oh yeah, Breadman won't even allow it, but he
had Philly boys up there real fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Caleb got to call up his old trainer, like, "Yo, this is for you, man. Remember that time? This is for you, man."
Yeah.
Yes.
Caleb probably string Jose out right there too.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he's the bigger fighter. He's the bigger man. And I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't scared at all. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though Jose Benavidez, they didn't seem scared, but being outnumbered like that, he held his own. Like I ain't gonna hold you. And he was talking to him like a kid, you know, like a grown man talking to a child. Like, hey, you came over here. He broke it down to him, and you know, and then he ended it with, "Take your ass over there."
Yeah,
take your ass over there. So I guess that's, you know, for the viewers watching, if you don't know, that's exactly how the feud, I would say, kind of blew out of proportion because I think there was underlying tension prior to that. Interviews before then, yeah, because there's interviews before then where the father was like, "Oh, Benavidez," before Benavidez was Benavidez. He's like, "Oh, Benavidez will stop Caleb Plant," and Caleb Plant was looking at the father like in the gym. And this happened prior to this clash. He was looking like, he's supposed to say that. You could tell Caleb Plant wanted to say more, but because it was being recorded, he kind of like held his tongue. So, you know, sometimes there's underlying tension around, and I guess Caleb Plant said something online via social media, and Jose was like, "Yo, I'm gonna press him," you know. And David Benavidez don't strike me as a person that's like, he's not the captain of his ship. It looks like it's really his family, like his older brother, his father. It's not really like
he just has to cash the checks.
Yeah, like he's kind of like the mule. I don't want to call him a mule, no disrespect, but he's kind of just that like figurehead that goes in, put in the work. But in terms of, you know, like, and you could kind of see it, like even during the press conference, he had to read off a paper. You know, it really wasn't from him. Like Caleb Plant called him out on it too, which was hilarious.
Yeah,
Caleb Plant is petty too, because I think he just reaches and purchased a domain called David Benavidez domain, trying to like play mind tricks, I guess.
Yeah,
but you know, and I think David Benavidez's lawyer reached out to him. So yeah, they're both trying to get under each other's skin. But
yeah,
you know, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And I think this fight is gonna end. They still not liking each other, to be honest. I'll be surprised if they really give each other, you know, the respect.
No respect after this. It's so much bad blood, especially.
And then they talk about his daughter too, right? Like Caleb Plant's daughter.
I didn't hear that, but like that's violation.
That's what Caleb mentioned that. Like, yo, you brought up my dead daughter. This, that. I'm like, oh, no, that's
daughter died?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The death, yeah, that's the one that passed away, bro.
Didn't he lose his mom too, though?
I believe so.
Because that's kind of the Canelo controversy. He called like Canelo a motherfucker, and Canelo thought he was saying like "f your mother," and then Canelo
Yeah,
said,
it was a whole. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, it was just like a linguistic. It was linguistic challenge there between the two. He just misunderstood him. But I know his daughter for sure, but his mom, I believe so as well. Let's see what this video is about because I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see.
both of them, yeah, his mom and his mom was shot by a cop.
Oh, that's
I lost all respect, about what happened, with his daughter. He uses his daughter for a story. But the stories he used, I don't know if you've seen what happened. He wasn't even there but a man like that, I wouldn't even consider him, man.
So I guess that's probably the issue, unless I'm missing something.
But it's always Jose Senior though. It's always Jose.
Yeah,
Senior.
it's always Jose Senior. It's always him. He's the one, and that's why Caleb Plant said, "Yo, it's the guy that got the biggest mouth, and he's never in the ring." Like,
Don't really cash none of them checks. If he land that shot he landed on Anthony Durrell,
and put him in the dirt.
Say you put him in the dirt. Like, what's father gonna do? I ain't gonna front. If I was Caleb, I'd go full blown Khabib. Remember after Khabib beat Conor?
Oh my god! And all his team came in there and started wreaking havoc. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta get shit. Yeah. You got I ain't gonna lie. You gotta get it back in blood, man. Especially when we come from. People say, oh, words don't mean words, just sticks and stones, words. But when a person intends to harm you, right, and to a certain degree, like verbally, right, there's just a level of disrespect that you just can't tolerate, just as a human being or as a man, right? And I think, especially when you're in a fight game, there's just some things that's off limits. Like, if you want to talk about his daughter, let him talk about his daughter. It's his daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who are you to kind of criticize another man about how they should be talking about their deceased child? Like, you get what I mean? But that's just my opinion. But once you start going on that level, especially because you're talking about another man that you dislike, so there's some level of underlying bias there as well. So
yeah, but then get mad when Caleb Plant bring up that you've been on that Franklin Saint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, everything about the press conference and just like it's swaying me towards Caleb, but like just my mind is just saying, just from what I've seen, I think David should win. I've been on record before of saying I didn't think anyone at 168 could beat David. So just because I like the press conference is not gonna make me switch that up now. But it should be a good fight though. It should be an entertaining fight.
Yeah, 100%. So as we get close to the fight, we'll give kind of our take. We may switch our minds up, right? Once we start watching, more footage. And then you never know. We as we get closer to the fight, we'll probably give another fight prediction and be kind of more particular in what round and how they'll win the fight. So if y'all got y'all opinions about the fight, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we out of here.